This is the Carty Method Podcast.
We got here. I thought that we might not catch this because, I don't know, since for the last couple of weeks I've been having some stream control, which again, if you guys saw how complicated my setup was when it comes to like all of this stuff working together and you guys being able to do everything from play my heart rate to make clips and glitch me and all of this stuff that I have attached with this multiple camera setup. Like, I'm not saying I'm making it like too complicated, but sometimes I gotta tell you, like, the one thing that I need is I need to be able to push a button and change a scene. Push a button and go back to a different scene. Like, that is something that is so necessary for this setup. But I gotta tell you, sometimes, like, and I've done this hundreds, thousands of times, sometimes what's supposed to work just doesn't, and it is frustrating, to say the least. So, but anyways, we got going. We are here. We are rolling. Today is Thursday. Thursday, I look at your work and tell you what's yes and what's no. Today, as promised, we're flipping it a little bit, and I'm looking at your websites. I've been helping my Portfolio Lab members with their websites. There's nothing more important than a website that hits. My website hits. I'm never worried if someone's looking at stevecarty.com. Never, ever, ever. Go look right now. I'm never worried if someone's looking at stevecarty.com because I know my site hits and the work hits, the layout hits. It's dropped exactly in an industry standard way. Portfolio commissions personal work. You can look at my commissions and see that I've shot for Vogue Singapore and I've shot for Nike and Apple and all these other major brands. Like, you can just, like, the website, as I say, go check other YouTube photographers' websites. Let's see how much photography they show and let's see how much presets they're pushing. Like, I'm in the photography business, so I'm going to be doing this at the highest level. So today we're talking about just that, which is packaging, the most important packaging, which is packaging your website, packaging your work. So what I offered is anybody who submitted a website to me on time would get the opportunity for me to have a look at their site and tell them what is yay and what is nay. Because there's definitely, I'm telling you, man, your website is your everything. Your website's your store. When you display your work in like a high impact way, clearly, that shows your niche, that shows who you serve and who you're trying to serve. It just looks tight. So we're starting today with Sunny Warren. Sunny, thanks for submitting your website. So, Sunny, we have made some great strides here from the last time I saw this. First, let's get into your doing too many shots across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because you're doing so many shots across, and again, maybe there's not that many shots across when you look at it at home. I'm looking at it at a 4K on a 4K monitor. You have to assume that people in the know are going to be looking at your work on a 4K monitor and seeing this small. When you look at my site, and let's look at portfolio and see I have 4 across, and then just how much more real estate and how much bigger the verticals are just hits harder. So let's look here. When you click, great. This is great with the arrows. Looks fantastic here. Sunny, no issues here whatsoever. The spacing, again, it's just Sunny Warren. Sunny Warren photo could be what the site is called, but I'm already seeing it here. I don't need to also see it here. You're just Sunny Warren. And also, this is now entering into too small. And I want you to see mine, and my logo is really tight, but it's still bigger than yours. So you're not, and also there's like some spacing issues. You can see you're closer to the top here than you are to the bottom down here. Overall, this needs to be bigger, and it should just say Sunny Warren. And also the font should feel a little bit more substantial. This feels a little wishy. Work, portraits, portfolio. Now, also, I've changed one thing. I've gone to one different gallery, and the layout is now totally changed. And you can see how it's jumping, like it was laid out. And by the way, if you're live updating this, Sunny, while I'm trying to review this, please stop. Please stop trying to live update, because like, just let me do the review and then do your updates, because you're already changing. You're not live updating. Okay, so you can see this is changing. This looks different than when I first clicked here. So this space seems to be growing. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but let's investigate. Portraits. Your spacing changes on the side here. This is not the same as what this looks like. Yes or yes? So we're not trying to make a different site with every category. It's the same site. It's the same kerning. It's the same spacing. Once I click into personal work, don't punch in. And again, I'm not sure how tight you looked at this after you did these edits, but when I look at portraits, this is now punched in tighter, and there's work that's in portraits that's not in your portfolio that should be. So it's like, I'm not a fan of like portfolio, portraits, brands, and like you're showing me 3 categories where all you need to do is give me the best of all 3 of these categories in one category and call it your portfolio. Because making me fish around to find your best work is just frustrating. And this like brand, like this is just called commissions. Like this is commissions. Just like when you go here and it says commissions and then you see the jobs, that's what this page should be, commissions. And you just, if this is a job that you did for Sculpt and Sweat, just put it under commissions and show that, because the way that you're highlighting it, it's just show like these are people who've like, just keep it understated. Right now, this is like you're flailing and waving your arms about Sculpt and Sweat Studio. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, hey, this is just the company that hired me. This is what I did for them. This is another company that hired me. This is what I did for them. This is another. It's like, it doesn't need its own category. It just doesn't need its own category. It should stand alone, and it has Sculpt and Sweat Studio all over. And you can also, if you look here at like your layout, this page, this is not, and it's like a bunch of horizontals. So it's like, do you have a better edit of the photos that you gave them? Did you shoot vertical at all? Is this a all horizontal shoot? These are my questions. Layout wise, this isn't very inspired as far as, and again, I can't stay on this too long, Sonny, because I got lots of people here who want me to look at their websites today. But for me, the Cole's Notes is simple. Portfolio, portraits should be one category. Brands and small business is commissions. So this is the people who who's hired you. People should get a sense that you shoot brands and small business from your portfolio. So you shouldn't have to have a category called brands and small business, and it diminishes you. Show work and let people make like assumptions, you know? Services, this is an about me section. This frequently asked questions, maybe, but it's starting not to feel like a website. It's not starting to feel like I don't have any of that stuff on my site. Frequently asked questions, you're going to email me. You're going to ask me that question. Like, I'm not trying to be like, I'm not H&M. You know, you're like an elite, high-end business geared towards smart people with money. So don't like dumb yourself down by like, hey, here's some frequently asked questions. It's like, it's just cheesy. How many of these, like Javier or Corey or any of these photographers that I show you, Jeff Lipsky, has frequently asked questions on their site? None of them. So why are you? So again, this is intelligent imitation that we're trying to do. Don't do things that you don't see other people doing. And your testimonials work into your about page. Unless you have literally 1,000 testimonials, there's no need to have its own page for 4 of them. 4 testimonials can go in your About Me page. You don't need your own, like, you're just basically creating extra pages for people to not go to that you can condense into, like, again, this page right here. This is an entire page where all you're doing is showing 4 testimonials, which could easily go under here because you have what clients are saying, which is where your testimonials go. So why is there another page for that? And the layout here with the center, we don't center text. Like, that's not how we kern text. We align text. We align text left or right. Like, that is how text looks. It's aligned. It's not centered. So this is design 101 that you have to kind of, again, intelligent imitation, do what other people do that know more about this stuff than you. Guys, Sonny Warren, it's a good swing, Sonny, but there's still like, there's a lot of stuff that I gave you. You have too many pages. You have too many pages that could be combined to be one page. And again, intelligent imitation, do what other people are doing. You got multiple categories that could be one. Your brands and small business is just commissions. It's like you're overcomplicating the wheel. Sunny Warren, everybody. Believe me, it's hard to do websites. It's hard, like, this is a hard swing, but it's still like you got to do it. Next up is Roberto Carlos Perez. Now, I had a lot to say about this site when I saw it on Tuesday. You've made some changes. First of all, your name, Roberto Carlos, although it's now centered. Where's my cursor? It's now centered within this block, which it should be like, if you look here, it should be just biased. Like, it just needs to get pushed over just a little more. And this little box that you have beside your name is just lowering your value. And I think the font is too small, and this font isn't it. Your font choice isn't it. And this little box thing just looks cheesy. You need that to not be there. Portfolio, let's see if there's anything under here about... So your about page, I'm seeing the top of your photo is 7,000 meters long. So we can all agree that your photo's too high and should end like right here and should kind of go up here. Everything that you're saying here is just, no one's going to read it. Because it's not, it feels too much like you're trying to share your thesis. And also the spacing, the spacing between here and, like, why is there like so much space in between there when there's not space in between here? Like, why is that? And then again, like, this whole page could be, and then all of this space. So this page is a mess. I need you to see that this page is a mess. Like, you see that, right? It's a mess. This is cool, but again, you're a photographer, not a philosopher. Like, no one cares about your philosophy. They care about the work. Blow them away with the work. And then later, when you've established yourself as someone worthy of listening to, people will care more about the words. But again, like, the more you get into, like, I grew up at the table with, always full of vibrant, multi-generational symphony of energy. It's like, bro, cool, but like, nobody's reading that. What does that have to do with your photography? What is that? Why'd you pick up a camera? Like, that's like, there's too much here about the history of you that, like, and again, I'm not trying to hurt feelings, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. Show me in a very clear way why I should hire you. This is about you, but not about like your entire life, which is what it seems like. There's not one mention when I like scroll here, photography, not one. There's not one mention here when I scroll this, photography, not one. Then when I see here, photography, I don't see any mention. So the writing part of this is like, you're just losing me. You're jumping the shark here. And this is supposed to be an about page. And then this, strong visuals, this is a strong page and has like cool factor, visual identity for your life and career. That's like, I would use ChatGPT to get some better versions of that sentence. Like, the first step to working together is reaching out. And the right creator makes all the difference. Like, I'm not trying to wordsmith you. I'm just saying a sentence. The right creator makes all the difference. And the first step to working together is reaching out. So, about page equally as likable as my contact me page, and testimonials put in a place that makes sense, that fit without throwing the layout of anything, and inserting my work strategically as a break to, again, introduce me and encourage you to book a strategy session. Photography's been my obsession for 40 years. So these kinds of statements, like, it has to hit, and I feel like Roberto, we're missing in a couple of those areas. This page needs to be completely thrown out and started all over again. And it's about you making photos. So a portrait from the profile of you with no camera doesn't connect me to you as the photographer. When I hit the contact page, I see this, which does connect me to you as a photographer. But this page so doesn't, and it's before that I might just leave on this page and definitely not click the contact you because you lost me here. So work on those things, especially this about me page. This is your weakest link. You're also, the background is not white. It's some sort of like a yellowy, like, my background is white. So you can see, if you look here, my background is white. Your background is some sort of yellowy, creamy color that looks like pee. So if you're trying to put your photos on something as a background, like, it should never be pea yellow. It should be white, black, or gray, which is, again, industry standard. But each time you try to just go a little bit, there's a reason why people don't do that, because it throws the color balance off of all your photos. So your website needs to be neutral. I will say again, neutral, which is not yellow, but white. And the difference of the pop is so monumental, and I need you to lock that in. These small little details, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to make mine this color. Okay, have fun with that. But again, this is why I see everything. This is a gift and a curse, because people don't want truth. They want people to tell them, oh my God, you're amazing. They don't want truth. They want people to validate what they're doing, whether it's good or not, whether it's right or not. And again, right or wrong when it comes to photography, is there a right or wrong? Not really sure. Let's look at Zandin DeWall. Zandin, thank you for submitting. So the first thing I'm asking is, who are you as a photographer? Because you are not making that clear. Who you are is a guy who shoots live, because that's what you're putting first, live. So you show up to events and shoot photos. Cool beans, bro. I can take photos with my iPhone. I don't need someone to take photos for me. So you're showing a bunch of, like, remember, like, making pictures versus taking pictures, how we're trying to make pictures, execute ideas that only we can execute because they came out of here, not photos that anybody who was there would get that photo. Like, if I was standing beside you for this photo, I'd have that photo because this is a live event. Yes or yes. So you pushing live, this is what you're doing. You're pushing live. I'm a live photographer. Where down here, you have ideas and execution. Ideas, execution. But not so much. Not so much. Again, not sure why this photo, a photo of a bird, is in your portfolio. Like, wow. And this photo is buried. And again, it's like product photography, bird, some guy on the beach, cool double exposure, cool editorial portrait, couple shot, engagement photo, guy on, like, you're absolutely all over the place with this site, all over the place. And it's very apparent, I hope to you, that this is just like, you're just throwing shit at the wall and hoping that it sticks. Again, I know you haven't started Portfolio Lab yet. I mean, you haven't started Pro Lab yet and my accelerator, but like, you're either taking photos or you're making photos. I can't help you if you're taking photos because nobody pays for people to take photos. Did you make money for this photo? Probably not, because there was 90 people there with iPhones that they can just grab photos from. So, I talk so much about this, Zandin, like taking versus making. I talk so much about this. And after all of that talk, you put your portfolio together with literally the first half of your portfolio taking pictures of shit that you see. Like, I don't care how heartfelt or emotional that you think this is. If it's a snap of something that happened at a concert, at an event, like at a music video shoot, it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. And your portfolio kind of starts here, which even here, it's all over the place. So you need to be ferociously making work because you don't know who you are as a photographer. Like, it's clear that you're not sure who you're trying to be, which is literally why I've been wanting you in Pro Lab as long as you've been around, because of the misses. My portfolio, you know, I shoot editorial portraits, right? Like, there's no question. And in fact, there's not a shoe, there's not a microphone, there's not a single other thing other than editorial portraits, because that's what I shoot. So I don't show anything else, because when you show something else, then that people will ask you to do that, but I don't do that. So if you don't show live, no one asks you to shoot live. Anyways, Zandin, this is a miss. And the get in touch page is really not that great looking. And forms are like really 10 years ago. Please look at like what my contact me page looks like. Just like a little email me, scroll down, book me for a free strategy session. Just like no forms. You just click this and it like pops open your email program. You know what I mean? It's just like super, super simple and no bells and whistles. It's just like, you know, forms. Where does that go? I put my stuff, where does that go? I don't know where that goes. Give me an email window that pops up. Like, I know exactly where that goes. So again, there's a lot that you're missing here. The thing that's the most important is phase one, which is the work. And that's what we're getting into starting on Saturday. Well, yeah, Saturday and Sunday, of course. All right, let's see who's next. This takes a long time. Sorry to say. Like, it literally does take a long time. But you should know this. My Pro Accelerator starts this weekend. And I'm kind of thrilled because I want 20 killers. But if I get 10 killers, happy. Because again, the quality of the person in this group is way more important than the money or anything like that. Like, I want the best people who are focused and actually want to progress. Like, not viewers. I want doers. That's kind of the vibe. And I'm going to break it down to you pretty simply. Like, I have an amazing group of people in Portfolio Lab. In fact, like, I think 44 people in Portfolio Lab. But of those 44 people, I have 17 of them that are only in Portfolio Lab. The others are in Portfolio Lab and Pro Lab. So they get access to my accelerator and all that other great stuff. You watching at home are just like an observer. Like, I mean, again, there's so many people who just watch me and they think that they're going to get better by proxy, but they don't submit photos. They don't do photo reviews with me. They're not in Zoom calls with me twice a week. Like, they're just like watching, and it's one-sided. So you hear me talking at you, but you don't get to ask me anything. So unless it's like a question in chat or something like that I get to when I get to, or I miss it or whatever, it's like, I don't know. There's nothing that I've built better or built that is better than my Pro Lab. There's nothing that I've built better than the Carty method. There's nothing that I've built. This is my opus. This is what people will remember me for, is this IP. And getting access to this IP at this price, people make the money back if they pay yearly. Give me $2,000. You make that money back in like 2 months. And then guess what? You know how to continually make that money over and over and over. And I don't get to take it back. And you don't have to pay me any of it. It's yours. It's not like I'm taking commissions on how I've taught you how to make money. So, I just want to help, but I get frustrated. I get frustrated because people, like, I don't know, they don't get it. All right. This is Mr. Charlie James. Charlie. Also known as Jim Sinicki. But Charlie James is what we're going by because it's sticky. Sticky. This is Charlie James' portfolio. He is a brand new Pro Lab / accelerator member. He is just about to start this weekend. Watch how this guy's work goes absolutely bananas. Because I'm going to shake the shit out of this guy, and literally a top 1% photographer is going to fall out. He's already almost there. Like, he's already almost there. Almost. But I'm going to help him even more. So let's look at Charlie's photo, like his portfolio. Good spacing. I like the incorporation of the pink. I mean, it is my brand color, so you are cheating. The work sections, your commissions, looks way better. Yes or yes. Good spacing still on the commissions. Your personal work section, little street photography. There's some yes, there's vibes here. Yeah, sure. Why not? Like, again, this in a personal work section, sure, because I've context for it. I got this guy picking his nose. Like, I have this girl, like, guy on his belt. Like, there's context for it. It's not just one shot of like a bird. This I don't really get as far as, yeah, this can stay, like, not be in your portfolio. About Spatially, like we need to use more space here. I would like to see a full bleed. Where's my mouse? I'd like to see a full bleed photo with text over top of the photo. This is too wishy-washy, and your pose, you look unsure. This needs to be reshot. Like you can't really save it. And then I'm Jim Sinicki, Milwaukee photography. I'm Charlie James. Like, just if we're doing it, you're doing it the whole way. So Jim at Charlie James, like it should be Charlie at Charlie James, or Chuck at Charlie James, or C at Charlie James. Like it should just, charliejamesphoto.com already is long. So Jim, sure, makes it short, but it's confusing. Newsletter brings me to Substack, and then contact, way better picture. But again, doesn't look like the same guy that is here. This is a totally different guy. So there's like a brand identity that's not crossing over. And then too many fonts and too many font sizes. Oh my God. How many fonts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 5 fonts on this page. This is literally a design crime. This is called a design crime, where you have 5 fonts on one page. Like this font, dude, you needed to change this font between or if this is the same, why is this capitalized? It just looks odd. And if this is all the same font, oh my God, I'd be super surprised. I believe that and this is not the same font. This and this might be the same font, but I can tell you this is definitely not the same font. This up here, and also it's a picture. So it's because I can't copy it. So it's a photo. So this page is just hacked together, and the design is not great when it comes to how many font choices you have. So we really got to tighten that. Let us work on that small thing. But again, Charlie, you're almost there, Mr. Charlie James. You're almost there. There's just like blatant mistakes that you're making, which I hope between what I said today and what I said on Tuesday, you've kind of locked it in. That's Jimmy Sinicki, Charlie James. The reason that he's going by Charlie James is because Jim Sinicki, from his perspective, doesn't really roll off the chin, and it's not sticky. Where Charlie James, it's sticky. People will remember it, and it goes with who he is as a photographer. So I'm with it. All right, that's Charlie James. Calligraphy, stop jumping around, please. You're freaking me out. Stop moving around in Notion. Please, stop. Malik Brand. Malik. Let's have a look at Malik. All right. Now that I'm not in the page, do whatever you want. But while I'm looking at that page, please don't be jumping around like that. It is really hyper distracting. All right. Malik, I think your name could be a bit bigger here. Where are we? Your name here could be a little bit more substantial, or you can take up a little bit less space. Like the centering and everything is good, but you're wasting space. Like from how big this is, like you could like literally have all this information in half the space. Your name, sorry, it's hard to write with this tablet. Malik brand could be up there, and then portfolio, about, contact, and then all your social links could literally be in half the space. And what you're doing is you're now moving everything down, so I no longer get to see what that photo looks like, or this, or like I don't get to see below the fold. So suggestion is also put horizontals up here, so it actually then the vertical below it pushes that up, but vertical, but framed like almost square, and then next vertical, and then next like, but then you have horizontals, but you're showing them where? For me, you have way more photographs than you're showing here. So it makes it feel, this photo's hella cheesy, Malik. Like, hand on the chin. Dude, come on. I want to punch you here. Like, don't be the hokey, cheesy guy. And that guy goes like this when he takes pictures. He puts his hand on his chin. So, and he smiles like he's posing for his mom. Like, look at my photo. Just one of them. It's like a whole other air. Show you yours again. It's like you have, and again, I'm not trying to rip here, but I'm just saying, like, we are authorities in the industry. How many times are you taking pictures editorially in magazines of the person like it's not 1985. Yes, you got great teeth. Dude, I got great fucking teeth too. I spent $10,000, $20,000 for them. So yes, perfect teeth. But you're not going to see me in photos like, because it's not 1985. And we're trying to look cooler. We're trying to look more, you know? So all of these photos need to be like literally burned. Burn this photo, dude. Burn this photo. Because it's not accurately representing who you are as a dude. And if I look at a behind the scenes clip of you,
I thought this experience was great. He made me feel very confident and comfortable. Great shooting some pictures, and it turned out really well. I definitely recommend Malik because I feel like he just made you feel really comfortable. I knew what to do, the poses to do. I just felt really good about it. It's a really good setup here that they got going on. It looks really professional. I would definitely be booking another session soon.
The audio went crazy there at the end. It kind of started to talk through, but like, Malik, these two photos on top of each other are they just cheese you out, bro. And if you're going to do behind the scenes, like this camera shot is way too, like, you have to curate your testimonials and they have to not sound like ghetto. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to talk to people who have money. So, like, be a little bit more thoughtful with the testimonials. Like a written testimonial, I'd rather read a short testimonial that is like point on than watch someone be like, yo man, like I just shot with Malik, you know, and like he was like so cool, man. It's like, these people can't even speak. They're not articulate and they dumb down your business. If like the person that is doing your testimony, your video testimonial isn't articulate and can't say words that make them sound smart. So then they sound kind of dumb and then they hired you, what does that make you? So use a written testimonial if somebody sounds like they're not that bright. It's not helping you doing a video. If they're like, yo, man, I just like shot with Malik, dude. It's like, wow, dude. Like, I'm trying to get like $10,000 like a month from like corporate, what are they going to think when they see these? It's like, this isn't the guy. Simply, this isn't the guy. He's not professional enough because of the company that he keeps. Now, if you don't speak like that, which I don't think that you speak that way, Malik, you can't show other people speaking that way. So, yeah, you lost me here on the about page, and this is your about page. Like this is dope, dude. Should be your part of your about page. It just needs to be this. And all of those testimonials that you're showing, oh my God, dude, look at this photo. It's so like, how can you show this? And like, literally, how can you show that and this on the same site? Like, I don't get it. Like these two shots plus this is on the same site. I love this guy. The other guy I want to punch in the nose. So I love this guy who's standing and you're like literally directing the model and showing her what to do. Like, this is all that you need. All I need to see is this clip and you got me. But then having these people talk about you and they sound so ghetto, it's lowering your stock. It's lowering your value. It's better to not be able to hear them speak at all. Seriously, because this clip is like a 99 and all of those testimonials are like ones. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents in a bag of chips. This is great. Like, this is so strong that it should be more in the forefront, which I'll talk to you about how to make this a little bit more in the forefront. But yeah, Malik, like this, in fact, you don't even need this photo here. Everything that you have is right here. Email me. This is my phone number. Book a call. Simple. Now you're selling. Like, you don't need to sell me. You just showed me this. You got me already. Now when you try to sell, it's like, now you lost me. So 2 cents in a bag of chips, but it's worth something. The whole idea is I want you to want me. So imagine it's like a girlfriend situation. Who's the guy who gets the girl? The guy who's just like cooling up against the bar, like watching the girl, like, you know what I mean? Smiling at her, just vibes. Or the guy who runs up to her and is like, oh my God, I think you're so cute. My name's Malik and I'm a photographer and I do. It's just like, she's going to talk to you, but then go home with the other dude. The other guy's going to close because he closed already. You know why? Because he was being cool. So just saying, you might get her phone number, but she'll never call you back. All right, guys, that's Malik Brand. We have some more. Where are we at? Oh my goodness, I got to ramp up here. Ozzy Stewart. Ozzy, getting closer with the logo. You really do need to drop the purple. Like, I'm going to say, like, drop the purple, drop the color. Like, you can't even notice it. And no, it's not 1985. No one's doing this anymore. The logo, this looks like a tit. So it's like, you're not there with the logo yet. You're not there yet. Like, you're jumping the shark when it comes to the logo. It's closer, but that's not it. And the dot on the O does look like a boob. So, like, we can't have that. So, again, site, spacing, yes. I can't get into work reviews and the stuff that you have on this site, but not everything here is hitting. There is a lot of duds on this site and a lot of things here that lower your stock. And also a lot of things here that aren't niche. Like, what are we doing here? Next to this, next to this, next to this. Like, assume that someone hired you to make this photo, but guess what? No one ever needs to see it. We don't need like to look at someone's Christmas picture. The only person that this is valid for is you, because you made it, and them because they're in it. But anybody else, this is just cheese. And for anybody else, this is just cheese. And putting it on your website is saying, this is the best I can do. Saying, I want to do more of this. And saying, I believe that this photo is as strong as this photo. And they also deserve to be in the same portfolio. This is all that you're like. This is the only one that doesn't belong here. And I need you to see that. And the more you look at your book and the more that you curate, it's like, this is dark and not flattering and shouldn't be in your portfolio. Especially when you have photographs like this. So we're not trying to fill a book. We're trying to show photos that are relevant to our niche and what we want to shoot more of. This isn't it. This is you taking a picture, of someone rolling down the street on a one wheel. This is not a portfolio picture, and it's dark by a lot. It's underexposed by a lot, and it's a taken picture when you make pictures. So how does this photo fit? And again, even if you went out with this guy, still, this is dark. I can't see what I'm seeing. If this was a photo review, I would rip you because it's underexposed, uninteresting, and also looks very much like a taken picture. This happened, you were there, this is the photo. And also the sunset. We've all seen sunsets. So again, the edit here is bad, and we need to be very, very tight with our edit. We're not showing every photo we've ever taken. Like, again, this photo, this fashion photo is in the same portfolio as this photo and the same portfolio as this photo. So you're all over the place, Ozzy, as far as quality, and this should not be in your portfolio. This is you playing, like you're playing around. We don't show photos that are like blackface. Like, this is underexposed, like I'm trying an idea, let's see if this works kind of thing. It didn't, and it shouldn't be in your portfolio. This is a dud. And you need to know dud, winner, and you can't tell the difference between a dud and a winner with your own work, which is why you're in Portfolio Lab, why you're in Pro Lab, and why you're here. But this edit that I'm looking at on your website is really throwing me, Ozzy, because it's like you jumped the shark on a lot of stuff. You need help with the edit, and I need you to like prioritize like knowing the difference between this, like knowing the difference between this and this. Like, this is in the same portfolio, and these are like on two completely different stratospheres, but they're in the same portfolio. And all they did is create doubt. So now I'm not hiring you. I'm looking at someone else who knows like what their good photos are versus their bad photos. You don't know. So you're just putting them all out there. So you need to not be trusted as far as your own editing, and you need to show everything to peer review so people can help you and I can help you decide what goes in your portfolio and what doesn't, because we are dramatically missing the boat. All right, I'm feeling bad because I've been ripping assholes. It doesn't feel good for me, by the way, to do this. It doesn't feel good for me when I have to look and be like, oh my God, that's not great. That's not great. That's not like, it doesn't feel good for me to have to do this. And I know it mustn't feel good to receive it. That's why I'm giving 5 free memberships for my channel. I like to do this. I like to do this twice a month. That was my second time this month that I've gifted 5 memberships. I give away 10 per month, so that is the final 10. Ozzy, you're a talented shooter. Where you're lacking is discipline and your edit. Discipline is literally shooting through the picture and like not leaving without having a photo that works for your portfolio. And like, it's very important to know the difference and exposure and skin tone and all of this stuff that you know. For me, showing this in your portfolio when you know like how important like brand identity, like, do you think that like if you gave this picture or you gave this picture, which one do you think a client would be happier with? Probably this one, right? This one, like, over this one. So why would you ever show this photo? Like, why is this photo even in my eyes? Because if I only saw this photo, I'd trust you. But seeing this photo now makes me doubt you, because you included this in your collection. And then also her legs being wide. Like, I don't understand the context of it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. All right, Ozzy, I hope that's enough here. This is Hal Banfield. Hal's a photographer from LA who is grinding and working incredibly hard to break through in LA, which is difficult. And he's trusting me to help him get there. Hal, I like this. I just want to see a little bit more horizontal, but this is a really, really good start. Hal, this is good. This is strong. There's some poses here that like absolutely hate that pose, and like it looks quite dated, especially up against something that's so modern like this. Like, I promise you, this photo is so crazy that if you took this photo out, oh, but it's a tear sheet, it's not Vogue. So like, let it go. If you let this photo go, no one is going to think less of you. But I promise including it creates doubt. And you also have another, like, does that say move? I don't even know what that says. I can't read, like, I can't read that. Moo ever, like, I don't know what that says. Mo ever, like, anyways, whatever this magazine is called, it's just a submit, pay, and we publish your thing magazine. So, like, don't let this be like in your portfolio. It just can't. D-Row, thank you for the $4, my guy. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for your donation. Gotta give you some smoke. Thank you. And put your name down here. Thanks for the coffee. Appreciate you. So how edit better, but still like we can get like away with not seeing that photo. Like again, you have killer stuff, and like because of that, you also need to know, like, want a shot of a girl in a dress? This is a better shot of a girl in a dress than this shot is. It's just the wide angle, the body language, it just looks odd. The hands on the hips, the makeup, everything is just lose this photo, please. It bothers me. All right. Portfolio, let's look at motion. Nice category. Thumbnails are good. I feel like spatially you could somehow figure out a way to change your thumbnails so this one isn't buried. I'm not going to play any of these because I don't want any copyright strikes from any of the music that's attached to any of this. But I love this. It's just like, sadly, it's the thumbnails that we really have no control over. I don't really see like this man in this, and it just becomes hard to know what I'm going to see here. Published, we're going to call this commissioned. Published, and again, too many of these feel like you pay to play publishing. Like for me, like when it comes to, I'm not saying published, I'm saying commissions. And these are Apple Music and Vogue Singapore and Say Yes to the Dress. Like none of these are pay me money and I'll publish your work. Where what almost all of these look like is pay me and I'll put you in Top Posters magazine. Like Top Posters, like I'm a top poster, so that's why I got published. So your tear sheets don't look valid. They look fake. And it's because not one of these magazines I've heard of before. It's not Elle, it's not Vogue, it's not like The Source, it's not Vanity Fair, it's not any, it's just like magazines you found on the internet that you submit to, that you pay $100, and then they publish your stuff, and then they make tear sheets for you, and then you show them. So, welcome to the crew. Thanks for becoming a member, Mike. I appreciate you. Becoming a member is how I keep this channel going. Look at the dance you get, Mike. Appreciate that. That smoke is for you. Thanks for becoming a member, Mike. That's how I do hours and hours and hours of commercial-free live streams per week. The only reason that I'm able to is because I have members on this channel like you that support me. So thank you. Top Posters magazine. I'm betting that this is not adjacent to Elle or Vanity Fair or Details or anything like that. I'm imagining that this magazine is just a submission magazine. I promise you, all of these photographs are stronger without the tear sheets. Without the tear sheets that you literally paid for. So, I don't know. I think that this whole category, this published category, is a dud. I would rather just see this work outside of this online pay-to-play publication. I think it's lowering your value. I'd rather just see great photography than see like, so Move Air magazine is based in, it doesn't seem to be fake, and based in Paris. Like, I can have an address in Paris, France. That does not mean that I'm putting out Vogue France or Vogue Paris or Paris Vogue. It doesn't mean that. It just means that I'm based in an area that's cooler than where you're from. So therefore, the paid is it a paid submission to be in MOEVER? Do you get paid when your pictures are selected to be in there, or do you pay to be in there? If you pay to be in there, you're just participating in somebody's business model. That's all it is. They just happen to be in Paris. I could say I'm in Paris. Does that make my channel like more Parisian photographer teaching you how to? It's just a like photo speak that catches people who don't know. Sorry, I'm just telling truth. And truth is an offense usually. All right, so all of these tears, this portrait doesn't need this. It's a strong portrait, however you slice it. This photo doesn't need Top Posters magazine because it's a strong photo on its own. Holding on to the tear sheets, like, here's an example. Here, like Colin Firth or any of the celebrities that I've shot. Do you think that I have to show the tear sheet in order for this photo to be valid? Do I need to show the tear sheet for this photo to be valid? Like, do you need to see where it was published? Do you need to see where this was published in order to see, like, holy shit? Like, is my point. Like, do you need to see Soul Survivor 2 to see Pete Rock? Like, or is the photography crazy enough for you to imagine, wow, like that could have been in The Source or in Vogue or in all kinds of different magazines. Do you need to see Intersection magazine from the UK that this was published in? You know why? I didn't like the tear sheets. I didn't like the photos they chose. And like, although this was for Intersection magazine, which was about people and their cars, I didn't like the tear sheet. So I'm not showing it. So, and Intersection magazine, massive magazine, been around for years and is known, Intersection magazine is known all through the UK. I can say that I've shot for them, but the tear sheet, I didn't love them. So again, photography stands alone. Good photography, Gabriel Byrne, Cardinal Official, what's his name? Brad Marchand, Chris Bosch. Like you don't necessarily need to see that this is Adam Agoyan. Like, these are huge you don't need to see the tear sheets. Photography is what we do. Photography, not design, photography. So Daft Punk, do you want to see the cover? I can show you, but like, for me, it's an irrelevant magazine. The photo's more important. So don't hold on to weak tears. And I think that that's what you're doing, Hal. I think you're holding on to weak tear sheets. Some of them are okay. Some of them are not. And again, the photography is strong, like really strong. I don't know. This published category, only if it's like an actual print magazine and you can go to the store and buy it, would I classify that as published. If it's online and you pay to buy, like, it's not the same level. So again, you got to be very wary of this published thing. Because if you're paying to do it, you're not really published. It's like when people pay you, people call me, oh my God, we want to do a 10-page spread for you on your Canadian hip hop photography for The Source. Okay, well, that's published and paid and like credited and all of that stuff, and legit because it's in The Source. All right. We are getting down to it. This is Mike Walls. Mike, still closer with the font, but the work, bro. You made some new work. Killer. You made some new work. Killer. You made some new work, Mike. Good for you. There's no stopping. But, oh my God. Mike Walls. Good for you. Food branding. Okay. We're going to work on this second category. This is more of a lifestyle category. This is food and lifestyle. So this is lifestyle. This is not branding. This is lifestyle. This is not supposed to be in your portfolio. End of story. You got hired to do it. Great. You shot it. Amazing. Doesn't need to be in your portfolio. It's not relevant to your work. This is lifestyle. This is lifestyle, but outside of your niche. So not necessary to be in your portfolio. You're also showing your back end actual file name here, which is not supposed to be there. So figure out a way to not have that show. This is lifestyle. This is not supposed to be in your book because it doesn't, like, if you're going to do lifestyle, do food lifestyle. Like food lifestyle. And then like you get real comfortable shooting people engaging with like the things that are around them. And then you start shooting people alone. But again, you're not like, this can't, like an Adidas spec shoot doesn't fit next to this picture, or like this picture don't fit in the portfolio. So, and also this picture, cause yeah, you're not trying to be two photographers. You're too new. We're trying to establish one thing, which is I'm the guy who shoots food. I'm the guy who shoots food trucks. Soon as you start throwing other things that you're going to do less well as someone who only shot like again, this shot is competing with like you're competing with Charles Fortin. So are you saying that, like, because he shoots that kind of like this, which fits with this, right? But you don't have the rest of the portfolio to support this. You will have a single image. So where Charles has like a whole deep body of work all around images like this. So it's like the whole lifestyle of an outdoor adventure person. So like you can't just dash one in there and be like, oh, I shot. It's like, leave it out. It doesn't fit with like the ethos that you're trying to build as a food photographer, a food lifestyle photographer. Stay on that wheelhouse. Get really, really good. Start shooting videos. Start shooting videos of people making their food. Get really good at like making a video of someone delivering, starting from scratch. Like once you have, now it's like someone will pay for a 1-minute clip of them making their hot dog from front to back and presenting it. Like that's social media that actually churns their needle. So work on making video clips of them. Don't like work on doing Adidas spec shoots, because that's like left field. Like stay on the field that you are right now. Anytime that you leave, you're just making something that's weak because you don't have enough reps in that other area. You don't have enough reps. You haven't done it enough. So stay, like, look at how great your food photography, it's just gone like this. So now you look at your, like the other stuff, it's like, well, now you can see you're building something. So anything that's outside of that category, you got to lose it. And you can see that like there's lots of stuff here that doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. So take them out. Super simple. I hope that helps. That is Mike Walls, everybody. Ooh, this is exhausting looking at portfolio websites. This is Donna Cranshaw. Donna is doing some goodness here, although I wish that she held the camera horizontally like once. Like just once. Just hold the quiet. Look at what a grid looks like when you mix verticals and horizontals. Look at what a grid looks like when you mix verticals and horizontals. It just feels more rounded. So I suggest, because you have vertical, like all verticals, that you shoot only horizontal for the next little while, because of you look like a one-trick pony. And in fact, the vertical only is so distracting that I'm actually not even seeing the work. I'm just seeing shapes. So the spacing is good here. The spacing is good up here, but the spacing is not, like, I know you're lining this up, but I'd rather see this, like the spacing here in between as the space over here, rather than you matching up here to the space here. Because again, all you're doing is making your photos smaller when you could make them a little bit larger and give me just a little bit real estate. Also, you're showing 6 across, which is also throwing my whole thing off, because like I show 4 across, you could show 3 across, but showing 6 across is making everything quite small. So that's sort of the next thing. After that, it starts to be like, what have I done that's amazing? What have I done that is old and no longer looks like me? Like this. Doesn't need to be in the portfolio. What have I done that no longer looks like me? This, to me, doesn't need to be in the portfolio. This, crooked, doesn't need to be in the portfolio. This, gave you a bad review on this. This is 2 pictures in one. Doesn't need to be in the portfolio. Like, if I give you a bad review on a photo, don't then put it in your book, like, because you made it. It's like, there's a reason that I'm like, that's not it. This isn't it. This isn't it. There's things that are like this, which you need to shoot more of. Like this, which you need to shoot more of. but there's also things that are kind of on the edge, like this one, which is kind of crooked. Both of these photos, if they weren't in your portfolio, no one would ever miss them. This photo, if it wasn't in your book, no one would ever miss it. And then the watches, and the jewelry, which to me, like, not good enough, not a nice enough watch, not good enough, not a nice enough watch. And like, you kind of gotta stay with like what's working. Altoids working, this frozen working, this working, maybe, but this is not, because it looks like you shot it 2 years ago. And if that's the case, that you shot this 2 years ago, like, this isn't good enough, Donna. This isn't good enough. And it's in the same portfolio that this is in, which means you're not editing. You're not taking things out that are no longer relevant. So, for me, Donna, there's spacing here. Like, and again, I say use intelligent imitation. What does Carty do? Look at what Carty does. Click here. You see how I hide? Like, so basically, you can see my nav no matter where you are. So that's one thing, just steal that. Okay? The next thing is my spacing. You see my spacing here on the side matches the spacing on the inside. The only reason it doesn't do it so much there is Safari actually shows you the scroll thing. So you can see the bar, the scroll bar up here. So that's actually why, that's actually why you're seeing, where is this? A little space over here. Is because of the scroll that you're seeing up here. That's the reason that the spacing doesn't match. So look at what I'm doing. You see, and then when you scroll, it's like the whole thing, right? Oops. When you scroll, it's, where am I? Here. When you scroll, it's the whole thing. And it's the whole width. So do what I do. Just, you can see now when I scroll, I lose your top menu, and now suddenly all your photos feel smaller because there's no longer a reason for this space. There's no longer a reason for this space because I no longer have the context of what's going on up here. Soon as I scroll, there's no longer a reason for that. So you see when I'm here, oh, well, it lines up to that. But when I scroll, it's not fixed. So you have to have a fixed header. So when I scroll, your header is fixed in one position. Again, it's just settings on Pixpa that you have to sit down and find and figure and make work. Donna, close. Let me look at your about page. Better spacing, but still quite a lot of wasted space on either side, like a lot of wasted space. And like you could afford to be a little bigger in the font. And then the contact information here, the contact, no obligation, no sales pitch, just friendly. It's you're selling. No obligation. It's like you're selling. It's just the right creator makes all the difference. Like an open blank, not like, hey, I'm not going to sell you. I'm not going to diss you. There's no obligation. You don't have to hire me. You don't have to. It's just like, oh my God. Like, stop selling. Even if you think that you're not selling, you're selling by saying no obligation, no sales pitch, just friendly chat about that's a sales pitch. Just FYI. That, even if you don't think that it is, that's a sales pitch. So, and again, I'm lost on how to get back here. So, it doesn't sound like a sales pitch, but that's a sales pitch. Ready to grow your business? Let's talk. Not confident, sales pitch. Like, the right creator makes all the difference. Let's take your business where it deserves to be in 2026. Statements like this, I'm not selling you anything except for, I'm not selling you anything except for what your business will be like after we work together. It's the only thing I'm selling you. What your life will be like after we've worked together. Like, let me help you transition into the business that you've dreamed of. Like, even that's salesy. So the whole idea is to not be salesy and to, yes, Dan, business speak. So this is salesy and salesy. And also you can see the spacing. It's just like you're not utilizing space, you're not utilizing a picture, and this is what it looks like on a big monitor. It's just yeah. And also you should see what it looks like when it's on mobile, which is this, which looks not bad on mobile, looks horrible on desktop. So this is why we kind of have to do all of these different things and why these website reviews are super important. Donna, you're close, but we're not there yet. We still have a lot of spatial things to do. We're still getting there. And please, for the love of God, shoot horizontal. You need to balance your book. You're like vertical only, and it's a lot. So mix that up. Clients are going to have horizontal needs. They're going to have double page spreads. They're going to have opening website pages where you're shooting like a 16:9 format. Like, you need to show that you can do all the tricks, not just like shoot for a vertical Instagram. All right. That is Donna Crenshaw, everybody. Thank you, Donna. Donna, you did make some changes, which worked. I'm not sure about the italics. I don't know why people just want italics so badly. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Italics, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. Again, Jeff Lipsky. Italics? No. Why? Because it's not a thing. Italics. All right. Okay. Again, you guys know I'm only emphatic like this because I care. You know that I'm only obsessed like this because I care. You know that I've spent 90 minutes like looking at websites. Why? Not for shits and giggles, because I care, and I care about the people who are submitting. I get frustrated because there's things that I say over and over and over and over and over again that when it actually comes down to the brass tacks, which is your website, your out, like how the world sees you, like that's where people half-ass it. Don't finish it. Kind of, it's like, wow. The most important place the world sees you, like here's a game that we can play. Go right now at home on Google and type these 3 words. First word, editorial. Second word, portraits. And then third word, Toronto. So I put it in chat. Type editorial portraits, Toronto. Just type that, because I shoot editorial portraits, agreed, and I'm in Toronto. So if you search that anywhere in the world, who do you think comes up first? Not first page. I'm saying first, Steve Carty. And look right now, look in India, look in England, look in the US, look wherever you are. Search editorial portraits Toronto. What do you see? Me. You don't even need to know my name. But when you are looking for an editorial portrait photographer in Toronto, do you not think every one of these dots has to be crossed and closed and perfect? Because I have such SEO status with that search. So I have to come correct because I'm first. If you click me and are disappointed, how long do you think that I'm going to last as first? The thing is, what happens is people click me and then they stay on my website all day. And then they share it and they bookmark it and they share it some more and they follow me on social. And then they become one of my evangelists because I don't let a single corner be cut. I don't miss a single dot. I like every single thing I pay attention to. And I'll say again, photographers are lazy. Photographers miss stuff and they think the shit that they miss is acceptable. Sorry. Photographers that you're trying to compete with. You're saying that you tried on mobile, same result. I'm first. And like, yes, I know. Like, it doesn't matter whether you look at it on your phone or look at it on your desktop. I'm going to be first because when people search that and then click me, they are satisfied with that result. They are satisfied enough that they click around, they bookmark stuff, they save me, and they come back. So because they interact and engage with my site, that keeps me on top. And also, I don't rest. I update my site all the time. I tweak it. I do changes. Yeah. All right, let's see who's next. That was Donna. We got Denise Tuggle. Denise, let's see what we got. Denise, I like this very much. I like the Denise Tuggle here. It's cute. I want it to be a touch bigger. I'll even allow the no capitals. I'll allow it because of how the D and the I work together so well. This is really clever, Denise, and I like it. I like clever. I think that you could go just a little bigger. Spacing is okay, but you're showing too many horizontals on the front page. Work. You have vertical pictures and you're not, I see what you're doing is you don't have thumbnails anymore. You just have literally like this page is a page to show like videos. That's why they're all thumbnails. And this is why they're all horizontal. But this isn't the grid that we select. We select a grid that shows the whole photo, which is why this is a vertical, but it's being shown as a horizontal. So this is a vertical, but it's being shown as a horizontal. This is not what we do, Denise. This is also being cropped radically. This is being cropped like this isn't it. This isn't it. There's like you fixed something that wasn't broken. I never said there was any issues with your grid except for the spacing, but you changed something else and actually made it worse. So now you have to go back and change that and fix what I actually said to fix, which wasn't your grid all being horizontal. This just throws the whole layout of your site off. Like, look at how it could look and how it looked before. Like, dynamic. You took that dynamicness away and made it square, 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 or like rectangle, rectangle, you just took the dynamic away. So, do I need to refresh something, Denise? Are you like, did you send me the wrong link? What's going on here? You're going to go back and change it. Okay. Your about page, your exposure in here is under. This is dark, Denise. I said that when you submitted it. This is under by half a stop, at least. Like, look at my skin tone and look at your skin tone. Why are you so much darker than me? Well, it's because it's underexposed. So your black skin has to pop up against the black background, and I'm losing your hair. I'm losing the fact that your hair is not black, that it's actually reddish in here. I'm losing your shoulder. I'm just losing detail here. But this is the right kind of a photo that I need from you. But again, it's like black background, black background, black shirt, dark hair, dark camera. Why not this color background up here? Like, why not show any other perspective? Like, you're shooting a portrait of yourself. Why, again, like, it doesn't have to be so literal. It doesn't have to be so literal. You can be working and just like the photos kind of happening over your shoulder. To me, this this line break, this line break where black up here, white down here, like, if you submitted this, I would say, I wish this would just be all one color. Same thing with it as a background for your photo. I wish this was just all this color. So your profile picture needs to be updated, reshot immediately, and consider shooting horizontal. Consider shooting that photo horizontal. Why? Well, because of real estate. Because the web is horizontal. And if you shoot those pictures horizontal, oh my goodness, look how much better it works spatially with your website when the About Me pages are horizontal. Like, look how much better it works for layout when you're able to use the whole space and put your text on top of your photo. Well, doesn't that layout wise look so much better? And the way that this text is lining up is bothering me. I have to fix that. That has to all line up that way, which heard me say already today. Okay. Gear list. Again, horizontal photo. So you can see my gear. And contact, horizontal photo. Picture, text on top of photo. Like, I'm shooting this for this purpose, and this purpose needs a horizontal photo because I want to use the whole real estate. What people normally do is I'm going to shoot a new headshot and then I'm going to figure out how this works on my website. And it's usually going to look like this. And then how does that work on the website? Like you see you have to think ahead. Like I'm thinking, why is this horizontal? And it's because this is a horizontal space. It's YouTube. You know, so if I chose to be like, half screen, which I don't even think I have a half screen camera shot anymore. Oh, I do. Look, like this. Like I could shot that picture, right? But it's not conducive to me using the whole space. So this is a lot that I'm giving you, and very passionate about this stuff and the design stuff. Like it's all important. And now that I say it, and when you look at it like in action, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I get that I'm totally missing the boat here. I get that I'm missing the boat here. Also, spatially, you can see that this is way too far down, right? Way too far down. It's actually like going past the bottom here, but you have all of this space that you could actually save it, but it's cutting off the bottom. Like, in fact, you have enough space to have all your socials and all of this in one space without you scrolling, but you can see how much page we have to scroll here in order to see that, like all of this. And again, that's just design. And you're a designer, Denise. This is your wheelhouse. So my expectations for you and your design and your design sensibility are higher. Because again, I am not a designer, but you know I have very strong design skills, and have won design awards for my website. Which is crazy. Okay, Denise, still some mistakes. I'm going to look at it again when you're ready for me to look at it. Still a good swing, but like you broke stuff. You broke your homepage like completely. We gotta like back up a little bit because we broke some stuff here in your last update. All right, let's see. Let's see who we got next here. This is, I think, calligraphy we should have next. 1, 2. Last 2, I think. Calligraphy. Who... all right, let's see calligraphy. Thanks for submitting. So off the top, too many shots across. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different heights. I think this picture and this picture maybe are the same height, but not the same. Maybe this picture is the same height, but like you have 6 vertical pictures and 4 different crops. These 2 side by side are not even the same crop. Like this picture and this picture are different framing. So seeing them like this really makes it evident. Seeing this picture and seeing how offset it is, and there's that much space here and there's that much space here, and this, which should be here, is this is just emphasizing mistakes for me that like just frame it properly, center it so it just feels like I'm not wanting to like just move this guy over, which is kind of what I feel like when I'm looking at this photo. This is your strongest photo. Haven't seen this before, but this is super strong. Should be up in your portfolio, like sort of after this. Your pictures are too small. There's not enough of them. Like, you've been with me for long enough that you should have hundreds of photos in your portfolio. Hundreds. But you don't. And this doesn't fit. Like, I see that it's like lifestyle, but it's the only one. This may be lifestyle, but the fact that this guy has a drill and is building, it's not sports, it's not fashion, it doesn't fit with any of your other stuff. So, like, unless building is going to be part of your ethos, like athletes. So an athlete in between, like an athlete lifestyle moment, like this is a pose and an off pose that I talked about at length, how it was off and it was kind of an in-between moment, but it's in your portfolio. And you can't like I see this as an off moment. It's not framed properly. He's looking nowhere. There's no connection with him. And like, I asked, is there other shots from this session that will make like me understand this photo more? And again, I heard nothing. And this is the photo that you're submitting. So, for me, this is photos from 3+ years ago where the treatment and the post-production is not what we do today. And it's in the same portfolio as this, which is right now and contemporary and sick and gully. Like, how can those two photos like be in the same portfolio? This, again, over processed, over like made over perfect, looks literally like AI. And then next to this, which is right now, contemporary, very little post-production, very gully, like, so this portfolio, you have 1, 2, 3 new images that I would consider worthy. 3. The rest are not good enough. And like, it doesn't affect me. It affects you. Like, I'm trying to help, but like, I have brain tumor, brain cancer, stage 4 cancer, and stage 4 lung cancer. And I still shoot more than most people. Shoot more than you still. So it's like, I'm sitting on shoots that I haven't released. So like, sitting on content that like I don't have time to release because it's like there's so many things to do and I have so many treatments and chemo and all of this stuff that I'm going through in the back end that I never talk about. So I still work, I still shoot, I still bill people, I'm still running the Carty method, I'm still about to start a new accelerator, I'm still doing all of this stuff. And I'm still shooting like I did when I was in my 20s, when I was brand new. I'm still excited about, you guys are shooting once every 3 months and then breaking your arms to pat yourself on the back because you have 1 new photo in your portfolio. I don't know, man. You guys need to speed the fuck up and shoot more photos faster. And do, like, you do a shoot, you come away with 1 photo. I do a shoot, I come away with 60 usable photos. And it's like, I can only show like 5 of these, maybe. But when I'm coming out with 1 photo, that is a waste of a day. It's a waste of time. So, yeah, man, I'm not pleased with your velocity calligraphy. From my perspective, you move like you are molasses in January. You need to move faster, shoot more, and take this shit seriously. Again, it's up to you. Do whatever you like. But for me, dude, like looking at this portfolio, this is like, you're like, hey, it's like, bro, no. You got 3 photos that are new here. The rest I've seen for the last 2 years. I'm not getting excited about that. Sorry. You need to fucking speed it up. And I get frustrated because I care about you. You're like a family member to me. But in the same point, like literally I can shoot circles around you. Do 10 photo shoots to year 1. Like that is not, and you don't have cancer. You're super healthy. You live in Florida in a place where you can shoot all year round. You live in Florida where there's the weirdest, most fucked up, like the perfect place for subject matter. The perfect place. Literally, there's subjects everywhere. You're not shooting. Literally, where's your series on Florida portraits, which I brought up as soon as you moved? Oh my God, Florida portraits. Do a portrait of Florida every day. Do an Instagram account. And it's like, Florida man, Florida man. It's like, what a great idea. Florida man. Like, portrait every day on Instagram. It's like, all right. This is Jason Williams, my actual assistant. You think I'm harder on calligraphy? Wait till you see how I am on Jason. Jason's been my assistant in person for 13 years. You think like I screw around? Jason, like, if he doesn't blow me away, we're not talking. Literally, we're not talking. We're not friends. Like, he gets access to me more than anybody. He can ask me more questions. He's watched me do more shoots, shoot more celebrities, shoot more video projects. Like, there's nobody who has seen more of me in my element than Jason Williams. So if he doesn't pull it out, like, I got nothing for him. Jason, let's go. This, you see this? This is a smile. This is because he hit. This hits. Remember me talking about using skies as backgrounds? Just blue sky rather than like shooting at ground level and shooting all kinds of distractions, getting a little bit low and aiming up and just using the sky as the background. Jason listened. And this hits. There's some centering things that are happening here, obviously, like this is not quite centered, we agree. And then as we come over here, it's even less centered. And as we come down here, it's even less centered. And if you look at where you're dropping this, it's actually quite offset. I wonder why stand there when you can stand exactly in the middle and turn this like into true, like really disciplined lines. And then again, where's he looking? Why is he looking off to the left into space? And then if now I look at the next picture, where's he looking? Like, are we trying to connect with our clients, or are we trying to show their best side, their profile? Like, connect. Look at how much this hits because you're connecting with your subject, connecting with them. So for me, this hits way more than this or this, because again, it's like, it's so good, but eye contact makes him real. Him looking off to space makes this whole thing a pose. It just makes this whole, it just, again, like, you're so close, Jay, but you hear me say eye contact, the light is great, by the way, like the light on the side of his face, because like, yes, that's where the light source is coming from. But you can see he's looking past where his eyes are. He's looking past where his eyes are. So therefore, his eye is literally like all the way over there because he's not looking where his nose is tracking, which would put his eyes dead center at the same place as where his nose is tracking. But instead, his eyes are like wrapped around there and looking like around the corner there. And again, you didn't notice this because you didn't direct this and you let him do what he was doing and you let him look where he was looking. Jay, unacceptable, bro. Unacceptable for me to like literally do this. Like I'm trying to enlarge this, but all you see is white. All you see is white because his eye's not tracking where his head is. So you just see white there. So anyways, this like so close but so far. It's frustrating because like you've heard me say the eyes track where the nose is. You've heard me say this. You've seen me shoot it. You've heard me teach it. But then you shoot where the eyes aren't tracking properly. So I'm not getting frustrated. It just for me, it's frustrating. We also have to look at what this collection of work together feels like. And for me, Jay, this collection feels like a little bit all over the place. Great. Not a snapshot. This is a snapshot. Like, snapshot. Hey, come to my village dog and take a picture of my business, and I'm gonna wear t-shirts, but it's like not that. It's definitely not that, which looks like a magazine editorial. It's definitely not that looks like a magazine editorial. It's definitely not that, which looks like a magazine editorial. This looks like you just grabbed this shot, threw up a single light, like, look at what's going on the wall back here and over here and down. Like, this is just this is not a scene that a photograph happens. This is someone's front desk, but if they want a photograph to happen here, you got to care a lot more about the photograph than this. The TV's too low, so it's going like directly through his head, which the TV should kind of be up here just in general. Like the community board, like what's like this. Would you agree that this is not as cool a background as this or this or this? Guess what? This is why it's not in our portfolio. Take this out. It doesn't sell you as anything. And if you're going to shoot lifestyle, care more about the background. This kid is completely unsure, scared to death. In fact, I would say this kid is scared to death. Scared to death. Why is he in your portfolio? Because he's unsure. So we don't show people who are unsure in our portfolio. Okay. Maybe. Okay, you could pick a better spot. Like this is not the greatest spot. This dope photo hidden in the back. Okay. But the like top like what's going on up here is the same as your, like, again, lifestyle stuff. You got paid to do it just like this shot, but guess what? Doesn't need to be in your portfolio because it's not selling you. The fitness stuff is so radically different from this. like you need a bridge to bridge that together. But this just looks like a commission. But like the makeup, the color balance, the everything is kind of a bit extra compared to the rest of your work. Like these 3 photos, like, yes, commissioned work, but could this be an 8x10? No, because you've cropped it so tight that you can't crop it to an 8x10 because it would cut right here, yes or yes, and wouldn't work as an 8x10, as you've seen me go through like so many times. It won't frame that way because of the way that you shot it. I'm not gonna get into that right now, but Jay, you've been shooting work for 15 years, I feel like, and you have the ability to have moments that are so sick, but you're putting them next to moments like this that is just dark, basic commercial work that isn't even your best. And then this is not your best and not a flattering pose and not an outfit that I would ever shoot, because the one rule is no patterns when you're shooting. And what does this look like? A distracting pattern. So I don't know, Jay, like I'm really questioning your edit. This has swag factor, but is next to this, which is bad. So the up and down of the like knowing that this is sick and this is not supposed to be in your portfolio, but it is. And they're both which is saying like, you don't know what's going to get you work. You actually don't. So he's posing and he's so good looking and great tattoos and like is the guy who actually doesn't need to try. Here, let me show you Jim Sinicki. Where are you, Jim? So like this photo of Jim, like this photo, like so on point, so on the money, so like just everything. But like look at how you can miss just by like his hands are like this instead of his hands like this. He's smiling instead of being a dude. He's restricted instead of being loose. Like all of this stuff is like and also what's growing out of his head. Like what would it look like? Just pretend. What would it look like without that there? Probably better, right? And guess how easy it would be to take that away. You just go like this. Picture, picture, picture. Finish pictures. Put it back up. Right? But no, it's there. Lazy. To me, sorry. It just feels lazy, Jay. And like... You watch me shoot. You watch me shoot so you're able to like get pictures like this. Like I know you are a killer, but you're still putting it next to like photos that are try hard. You're still putting it next to photos that have no context and don't make sense, and his collar is all like crooked and like the white balance is off and like the outfit is just like okay, like the jacket is just like okay. It's not like wow, it's just okay. And the head angle is weird. And again, it's just like moments of greatness. And then this, which is like, again, fashion and swaggy and bold and like, so Jay, this edit really needs help. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, 1, 2, 3, 4 photos gone. 5 photos gone. When I look at this site again, if those photos are there, I'm going to get real upset. This gone. He's unsure. This photo gone. So guess what that means? That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm being generous by letting you keep this. 7, 8 photos out of this collection are no longer valid. And the fact that you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 23. You have 23 photos on here and you're losing 8 of them. And the fact that you've been shooting for as long as you are and you're only showing this amount of photos, like, do you see how many photos that I show? Do you see how many photos are viable commercial winners that I show? Like, look at my production value. Look at my, like, output. Like, Jay, you've been assisting for so, like, you should have output too. Like, you were on this shoot. You were on, so, like, pick a shoot that you weren't on. Yeah, anyways, Jay, this is, for me, like, frustrating because you're better than this, which is why you needed to be back around. And, like, this whole dancing in and out and dancing in and out and dancing, this is why you're in the situation that you're in right now, where you're not making 100,000 plus because you're not with me enough and you're not listening enough to the most important shit, stuff that's relevant to you that will change your bottom line. I don't know, guys, today I got to say, like, most disappointing with the edited, most disappointing with the edit, like most disappointed with the edit, meaning what you think is portfolio worthy, what you think is acceptable to be in a portfolio, like that, like, gap. Wow. I'm surprised today that I saw some photos that you're like, this is book worthy. And of course you'd never send it to me, but it's in your portfolio. Haven't sent it to me, hasn't been peer reviewed, hasn't been reviewed at all on your website. For me, guys, like, we're about to start the next accelerator round. You can see whether you've been my assistant for 15 years or whether you're brand new. Once you're in my system, there's nobody that I care about more. There's nobody that I will push harder, and there's no one that I'm going to help more. But understand that photographers are their own worst enemy, and it's usually you that is self-destructing, like literally just simply by letting a week go by and not shoot. It's summer. Should have 10 shoots going on in a week. But again, everybody moves like they're fluorinated and it's molasses in January. Everybody's moving like slow motion, which is cool. Just notice the people who don't are going to leap over top of you with velocity and never look back. And you're never going to catch up to them. never, because they have air of production where I'm making, where photographers, it's like, no, I need to shoot it. Then I need to do all my posts. I need to spend like half an hour, 2 hours per picture and it's like retouching is over. Post-production is over. It's 2026. People aren't doing that anymore. People are looking for authentic. And if you can't get it in camera, if you can't figure your light in camera and be literally shooting for client with the client right there, and every shot they're like, oh my God, no retouching. That's not, it's like, if that's not happening for you, it's like, you're not good enough. And if you want it to be like that for you, then you need to shoot more and try harder. So super simple. Try harder. I am going to tell you our next steps. Best in show photos of the week don't really apply in this context. Of the sites that I looked at today, most of them pissed me off. So like, sadly, like me giving photo of the week accolades or that, like, photo of the week is just what it is. It's a photo of the week. These are websites. There's too many layers for me to say this is the best swing this week. I had something to say about everybody's site. I had something to say about everybody's work. Very opinionated, and my opinions are strong. Looking at the sites that were submitted to me, there's not one that I would say is ready today to be publicly launched and like promoted. There's not one. So everybody has work to do. Everybody. So there is no photo of the week this week. There is no best in show because nobody's there yet. Simple. Next week, I want you to be shooting artificial light in your niche. That means you need to light something. That means you need to light a subject, light a product, but artificially light something. I want you to create, I'm going to say, a horizontal photograph. I know that it says vertical here. Calligraphy, if you're here, please change this. There's been too much vertical. Too much. Everybody just vertical. You need to go back to understanding how to shoot biased left or right, how to shoot for a double page spread layout. And I want you into the season of shooting widescreen for web, widescreen for billboards, like widescreen for movie posters. I want you to get into that season. So artificial light within your niche, horizontal. I want a horizontal this way picture, meaning 16 by 9, not 9 by 16. This photo should demonstrate your lighting control and also the mastery that you have over your technical, and also demonstrate you know what your niche is and how to execute photographs within your niche. That's for week 26, which is next week, looking at artificial light within your niche, light something. Week 27, the week after that, is an open submission. I'll be looking at things that you're considering for your portfolio. We have made it to the end. This was 2.5 hours, which is insane. I can't ever do a 2.5 hour photo review because you guys are just tuning out. But know that there's a lot of stuff to be considered when it comes to your portfolio, when it comes to your website. There's a lot of stuff to consider. I hope today really tuned you into that. And also, if you would like to join ProLab, I'm going to give you an offer code. I mean, if you're on my mailing list, you would have got an offer code this afternoon. But if you're not on my list, I'm going to give you an offer code right now so you can join ProLab and get $50 off either your first month, or if you pay yearly, $50 off your first year. I think that's pretty generous. Where are my coupon codes? Here are my coupons. I'm going to post this in chat. I have chat replay on. So this is called Accelerator Waitlist Gift. So if you pay monthly, you get $50 off your first month. If you pay yearly, you get $50 off your first year. So I'm putting this in chat. It'll be right here. This is the offer code. Oops, there you go. Accelerator Waitlist 2. That is it. ACC Waitlist Gift 2. That is, you can use that at checkout, whether you're paying yearly or monthly, for a great discount. Again, I will, and you have to sign up at ProLab, by the way. You got to go to the Carte Method ProLab. That is where you go in order to put that offer code. If you're watching me after the fact, just go to the chat replay and you'll get all of this information. If you've made it to the end with me, I can't believe I still have a voice. I love you long time. I will see you on Sunday. Thanks for being here.
This commercial-free live stream was brought to you by the members of this channel. If it wasn't for you, we'd have to fill up these live streams with ads that would just interrupt the flow. The members of this channel make commercial-free content during these live streams possible. Consider becoming a member for $5 a month today to gain access to secret live streams, live chats, and to show your support with that crown badge next to your name. Sharing is caring. If this content has brought you value today, share it, clip it, post it to your socials. Curating and sharing helpful content makes you an expert, even if the content you're sharing isn't yours. Be a curator and share this content with your network. If you're an emerging or struggling photographer that's trying to break free from your current 9-to-5 grind and transition to the life of a working pro photographer, that's our obsession here at the Carte Method. Register, get the support you need. If you're alone and struggling at this craft, make sure you join the Carte Method community. You'll always find help in the show notes. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Find your creative and business genius with the Carte Method.